The way they were able to go around arenas across the country and sell them out, and little girls are now dreaming about being like Caitlin. It has been great to watch.
Imagine two of the biggest stars in sports clashing on the grandest stage, igniting a rivalry that electrifies fans and keeps millions glued to the edge of their seats. The only question is, who will rise to the moment?
We mentioned Larry Bird. And obviously we know the rivalry that you two had and how important you two coming into the league. 2 years ago in the women's NCAA championship, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark had a moment, which I immediately compared to you and Larry. And they have translated to the WNBA in a lot of very mirrored ways. Do you like that comparison, and do you see where that is going?
Joy, I love.
Now fast forward to the WNBA, where Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have sparked an intense rivalry that has fans hanging on every moment. But what happens when a legend like Magic Johnson steps in and weighs in on the showdown?
They dominated in college.
As you both did.
Yes. And then they brought it over to the WNBA, just like we brought it to the NBA. We changed the NBA. They changed the WNBA.
He doesn't just draw jaw-dropping comparisons to his own legendary clashes with Larry Bird. He also picks a side, and it's one no one saw coming. The choice leaves Angel Reese stunned and sends Caitlin Clark's fans into a frenzy. So who did Magic Johnson back? And what does it mean for this growing rivalry?
Everything that these young ladies been fighting for, they're about to.
Buckle up. This isn't just a rivalry. It's a defining moment for women's basketball. Magic Johnson's take is nothing short of jaw-dropping. When he reflected on his legendary battles with Larry Bird, no one expected him to draw a direct parallel to the heated competition now unfolding in the WNBA. Yet his perspective is changing the entire conversation. So whose side did he choose? And what does it mean for the future of the game?
They end up getting private planes now. They're going to get more money in terms of salary because of the new bargaining agreement that the NBA and WNBA did together. It's just amazing.
The Lakers-Celtics feud of the 1980s was about more than basketball. It was a cultural collision, a war of wills, and a rivalry that reshaped the sport forever. Magic Johnson and Larry Bird weren't just opponents. They were titans who pushed the NBA to unprecedented heights. From 1980 to 1989, their non-stop battle powered 8 NBA championships, with one or both appearing in every finals of the decade. Now, Magic sees echoes of that same intensity in the heated rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Could this be the next great showdown that propels the WNBA into a new era?
Nobody can stop talking about Caitlin Clark. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether we're praising her outstanding play, or whether we're critiquing her every statement, Caitlin Clark continues to occupy the minds of a lot of folks. She's living rent-free.
These two rookies didn't just make a name for themselves in the NCAA. They shattered records and captured the attention of millions, bringing unprecedented spotlight to women's sports. Their clash in the NCAA tournament wasn't just a game. It was a full-blown spectacle that had the entire nation watching, echoing the electricity of Magic and Bird's legendary showdowns. Now, as Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese carry that momentum into the WNBA, they're not merely competing. They're laying the groundwork for what could become one of the league's most defining rivalries. Could this be the spark that propels women's basketball to the next level?
Do you remember race being a major component in sports back in the 80s or the 90s? You remember when Michael Jordan came along and everybody fell in love with the guy? We loved Michael Jordan because he was a great player. Is it not okay to love Caitlin Clark because she's a great player?
For Magic Johnson, this isn't just about individual brilliance. It's about the transformative power of rivalry. In his view, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese carry the same potential to lift the WNBA that he and Larry Bird once brought to the NBA. The question now is whether their competition can become the spark that reshapes the league's future.
Clark has the blessing of Withrow's birthday, 2-2.
Similar shooters, me and Clark back in my heyday with her heyday.
Is this also white privilege?
Could be. Very.
But Magic didn't stop there. He dropped a bold claim, one that sent shockwaves through the sports world and sparked a fiery debate. What exactly did he say that has everyone talking?
If I were inside the NBA, I would try to get Caitlin Clark there for
Taking a stand in this fiery rivalry, Magic Johnson didn't hold back. When asked about the parallels between his legendary clashes with Larry Bird and the rising tension between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, he gave a decisive response that immediately stoked the debate. So, whose side did he pick?
What exactly was your white privilege? My white privilege was having a mother and father. Was that a privilege?
His respect for both players' competitive fire was clear, but there was something about Caitlin Clark that struck a deeper chord with him. What is it about her game that mirrors Magic's own journey?
I never hear anybody. All I hear is guys like Ryan Clark or Megan Rapinoe or Sue Bird saying, she acknowledges her white privilege. So how is her privilege? What is her privilege? Hey man, you stick that thing in a woman, you become a dad, be a dad. That's not a privilege. That speaks to more of what others aren't doing than what some are doing.
Magic Johnson didn't just compare the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese rivalry to his legendary battles with Larry Bird. He made it clear where he stands. Praising Clark's record-breaking college dominance, clutch performances, court vision, and relentless drive, he highlighted her ability to captivate fans, boost WNBA viewership, and inspire a new generation of young girls. While Reese has undeniable talent, Magic sees Clark as the transformative force reshaping women's basketball, much like he and Bird did for the NBA in the 80s. Their fierce competition has already driven record attendance, merchandise sales, and league improvements, proving that this rivalry isn't just about the game. It's a cultural moment redefining the sport's future.
I would never say that because I had a mom and dad, I was privileged. That's not privilege. That's just how you create.
As Magic reflected on their impact, he made one thing clear. Caitlin Clark's style, resilience, and jaw-dropping performances hit a familiar note. Her talent for captivating audiences and drawing fans into the WNBA reminded him of the transformative energy he once brought to the NBA. Could Clark be the game-changer women's basketball has been waiting for?